Hello everyone, my name is Lilian Silva. I'm the Forage Specialist for Clemson University. I have statewide responsibilities, but I'm housed here at the EDSO Research Center in Blackville. And right now, I'm in one of the grazing studies that I currently have here. And I have different summer annual mixtures that we're going to be grazing throughout the summer. And I'm staying in one of those, one of the paddocks, one of the mixtures that I have. And I wanted to discuss a little more about something I mentioned on the previous video about the growing points. So when we're talking about the growing points on plants, those will be the points that when the animals come to graze, they will be removing the leaves. But those leaves are coming from a specific part of the plant, and I'm just gonna grab a pre-millet plant here. Just 1 second. So when we have the pre-millet plant right here, it's a fairly small one, still not yet on the proper time to be grazed. But when we have the plants growing, and this goes for all plants, they will have the growing points in different places in the plant. So what I'm talking about now, it's gonna be relative to plants that have just upright growth, like pre-millet has. And in this case, the plants have this part here, which they stem. Then the growing point is inside the shelf here, and it's really being protected by this shelf on this area, because when the animals come to graze, they're going to be removing the leaves, right? So when the animals remove the leaves, right, this exactly like this, what I just did was to cut some of the leaves here. We're gonna have the growing point in this area inside here. So that's the reason that we provide a recommendation for what should be the stubble height that you should leave behind when you're grazing the specific forages, because we're trying to really optimize leaving some leaf, residual leaf area behind, and also not damaging the growing points of the plants. So for this plant, the recommendation for a stubble height would be between 15 and 18 inches, averaging around 16 inches, 15 inches would still be okay for pre-millet, because we're trying to really not go too low that you would the animals would remove the growing points, because once they do that, then we are gonna run into an issue that the individual plants that had those growing points damaged or removed, they are not going to be able to grow back. So what means is that those individual plants would die. And this could compromise your ability to have forage growing throughout the whole season and being able to have multiple events of grazing throughout that time. So what we're trying to do is really optimize that area that you planted and being able to come back and grazing several times throughout the season. And this is what we will be doing here. So we are using a rotational management on this area. We're going to be grazing these mixtures. So I have per-millet, sungham, and a few other legumes in mixtures here. And we will be grazing these when they reach around 23-25 inches ish, and grazing down to 16 inches at the most, 15 at the most, just to try to really keep up with the plant's ability to regrow back during the resting time that they're gonna have. And this is really important for when we are choosing the management that we're gonna use, as well as you addressing the fertility that those plants need for them to be able to grow back, and you get the best yield and forage quality that you can have with these these forages. Summer annual forages are really good options to increase or supplement your forage yield and also your forage quality for the animals. So when you're talking about the forage quality, it's really important to understand which animal types or each animal categories you have on your system throughout the season, and also what their nutrient needs will be during that time. So you can try to match those needs through the forages that you're gonna have on your field, and the way that you manage those forages will be the way that you're gonna be able to meet both the yields that you need, but also the quality as well. So if you have any questions, always reach out to your local extension agent. They're good resources for you to talk about your questions and really figure out what you could be doing on your property as well. I really appreciate you watching this video. Go celebrate the Forage this week as well. Thank you.